Wanna know who wouldn't have these problems with Thanos?
Let them defeat Rotten Tomatoes first. I want someone to commission an artwork for me. The Justice League just dead or dying in a field of some farmer's patch.
Oh, Batman! Are these tomatoes made of kryptonite or something?
No, they're just regular tomatoes.
Your opinions are biased by personal beliefs.
That's literally the definition of an opinion.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now observing the moment someone is able to say something that has no meaning or meat and substance, yet because they say it so confidently, we take it as, ooh, that's a valid point.
Any other incredible examples of insight?
Your brain merely came up with that idea.
Wow. You should start a podcast.
Titanic replica will set sail in 2022 following the same route as original. Phew, good thing we melted all our icebergs.
Stave off any rich pompous person to try and make money creating some ridiculous love story over a genuine tragedy and loss of hundreds of lives.
This is Jessica's father. You took my daughter's virginity.
Sorry, sir, it won't happen again.
That's right. Wait, hang on.
Listen, Dad, bro, I get you care about your daughter's safety.
What? No, I don't care about that. I'm just predicting my desirability as a masculine man based on her perception of me. So when she's interested in another man, I feel insecure.
Why can't trees give off something youthful, like whiffy? Okay, so just frick oxygen, right? Hi. That stuff causes fires, okay? And that makes it bad.
So my girl almost died 3 times in my apocalypse dream because she don't listen. Now I'm irritated.
Ooh, the male version of you cheated in my dream.
And suddenly, in that single moment, it was as if all men around the world collectively understood their girlfriend's hypotheticals.
Shall we thoughts? We're more afraid of losing our jobs than we are of dying. Well, that's because dying is the end of my problems. Losing my job is the start of so many more.
How fun. Yay.
I'm so happy to be in the world where that's pretty much a relatable meme. Not a single child died of an mRNA vaccine in the US. Not one. But 2,000 kids died of COVID.
Wow, that's so profound. I did CPR on a 15-year-old a-hole. He died.
Next time, try breathing into the other end.
What? His mouth? Ew, that's like so intimate. That's like the closest hole to his brain. I'm not that's his entire being right up there. But down there, though, it's just a waste chute. You know, it means nothing. Are people seriously making out when they're trying to save people's lives? You're taking advantage of that person right there. That's wrong. I can play chess in my mind for up to move 21 without losing the position.
Wow, Andrew, that's really good. You've got a very creative brain, don't you? You're really good at remembering things. Can you remember all the crimes you did? Oh, you can't? Oh, you can't, can you, when there's a judge right in front of you? No, your brain suddenly stops working. Hey, Tater Tot, that's really great. I can go outdoors. Can you? I mean, he technically can now, but at the time he couldn't, okay? Shush.
My man is gonna mess you up.
Nothing says love like objectifying your man. Use him as a tool to enforce your authority.
Well, just because he beats you doesn't mean he knows how to fight. Oh.
It's true. Rats don't offer that much XP in RPGs.
And I'm not going to dive any further into that analogy, because it's going to get dark really quick.
MNUFC. All fans welcome.
Of course, holding up this flag because they are commonly shamed and rejected from openly attending such sporting events to show support for us.
A brain capable of critical analysis would understand we don't think they're better than everyone else, but that despite the phobia they deal with, they do belong. We officially believe they belong.
But I'm a believer of God. Will you show your appreciation or acknowledgement of fans who do?
Who let a smooth brain on the internet again?
What part of all fans welcome don't you understand?
For a lover of God, you really do like to criticize what he's brought onto this world, don't you? Leaving house. Good for depression, bad for anxiety. Staying at house. Good for anxiety, bad for depression. Standing directly in the doorway to achieve peak mental health. That's it. That's the solution to the depression of working in a workplace. Make everyone's desk have a doorway built in the middle of them.
Personally, bad English is such a turn-off for me.
You don't need to put "for me" after writing "personally."
Excuse me? Please don't publicly blast the reason why I hate looking at myself in the mirror.
Hi, Peter here. A fish's life is just as valuable to them as yours is to you. Our logic is sound and really talks about morality and respecting all manners of life. Hi, I'm this numbered Greg in the world. How come fish can eat other fish but we can't eat fish? Well, Greg,
Blocked.
The sad reality of our world. Look at them all. Happy, You have 27,000 tweets. You joined here in June 2016, which means you joined here 136 weeks ago. 136 weeks is 952 days. If you divide these numbers, the result is 28. You tweet 28 times a day, yet you still talk about how everyone is addicted to their phones. Yeah, it's kind of common in some people that the things we're most disgusted by or disapproving of are the things we're insecure about ourselves. That's why I'm personally disgusted by people with big dongs and nice butts. Increasingly untenable for Buckingham Palace not to say what cancer King Charles III has got. Speculation is running riot all over the world. If, as I'm sure he does, Charles wants to help others, far better to be specific about his condition. Hey Pierce, try hacking his phone and you might find out for yourself. Oh, that's right, I forgot all about that drama. Good old Peas on Morgan was an editor for The Mirror back in the 90s and was,
Oh, well, he didn't do it personally, so he had no idea if this was happening. No. He was just, the boss of all the people who were collectively phone hacking to find gossip and stories about Prince Harry. All his subordinates he was in charge of, they all just unanimously decided themselves to take part in the hacking. Update, Io Adibari, the woman Disney is considering to replace Johnny Depp in the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie, identifies as a queer and is an extremist socialist who hates capitalism. Okay, not gonna lie, I groaned at this. And look, this is a good point. I do agree with this, though.
okay, what do you think pirates were? A bunch of straight guys going to sea for months at a time because they loved the free market?
Well, if we're gonna go by that logic, then all crypto bros are actually also queer and extremist socialists who hate capitalism. Looking to freshen up your wardrobe? Look no further. Judge your snazzy self around town with our 100% cotton and oversized fit comfy t-shirts. We've got 2 colors so far, black and beige. Perky nipples not included. But if that don't tickle your fancy, check out our 3 different colored hoodies, each with beautiful vibrant designs on the back of them. So don't you wait. Link in the description, emkshop.com. Use the code SNACK and you get some free shipping too, because I love ya. Taylor Swift has ruined the NFL for me, and tonight will be the first Super Bowl that I skip in my life. Cool. I have a 14-year-old daughter watching her first Super Bowl. She's happy to take your place. Robb Elementary has 576 students, and 84% are economically disadvantaged. Now, 19 were murdered, 17 have bullet wounds, and 538 are emotionally scarred for the rest of their lives. The school has 1 counselor. 1. Yet, Uvalde Police is 40% of the town budget. This is a failed system.
I'm a glass of wine. Survey cities around the U.S. I think you'll find the policing costs similar amounts of the budget.
Yeah, really got him there. Wait, what did I say?
That literally only further proves my point.
Ah, damn it.
RFK Jr. and Robert De Niro offer $100,000 to anyone who can prove vaccines are safe.
I mean, it's actually not that much money when you split it between 7 billion people who don't have polio.
So this was back in 2017.
And sadly, I haven't been able to find any evidence of someone actually attempting and getting all this money.
No doubt because they finally used Google and realized, oh god, take it away, revoke this, revoke.
Those who want power are the ones who least deserve it.
That's some great moral standards to live by. Elon Musk is the one saying this.
My brother in Christ, you bought the website!
It is far too late to have that sort of humility. It's like you ordered the new king of Japan in World War II and are like, those things are dangerous.
Oh, really? How insightful. It's not like you had many tests that proved so.
Scared by that new report on climate change? Here's what you can do to help. Eat less meat, about 30%. Swap your car or plane ride for a bus or train. Use a smart thermostat in your home. A reminder that 100 corporations are responsible for 71% of global greenhouse gas emissions, and presenting the crisis as a moral failing on part of individuals without noting this fact is journalistic malpractice.
No, silly boy, Adam. You've got to inspire the public, make them believe that they themselves can make a difference in this world. They just got to do their part. We know so because our sources told us.
And who are your sources? Butter chicken. No, it's all the coal and gas companies that are responsible for those greenhouse gases. Friendly reminder that you don't get to celebrate Lunar New Year unless you're literally from a country that does, or if you are invited by someone who is from a country that does. Yeah, 2019. That makes sense. That's where I feel the pendulum shifted slowly from being so pro-inclusion inclusion and diversity that we've kind of shifted into a bit of a segregation unintentionally.
I want to be more supportive and encouraging of these other cultures in our society, and to do so, we have to ban certain people from enjoying them too.
Hi, friendly reminder that I hereby formally invite everyone to celebrate Lunar New Year.
No, don't do that. Mixing cultures, it's barbaric. I don't see any irony in being a progressive who enforces strict tradition. This was your only architectural achievement before Jan van Riebeeck arrived. Stop kidding yourself.
Oh, Tom, how can you look at this and think that's like a travesty? Us white people could only build square rectangular things. They literally created sphere homes. I mean, my only understanding of building things comes from like Lego and stuff, and it was a lot easier to build brick houses than spherical things. Anyway, oh no, a waterproof, thermally regulated structure that requires only natural occurring resources to build. Yeah, shout out to the various TikToks or Instagrams out there of people who actually live in these communities who share this sort of info. But yeah, it can be blistering hot outside, but inside, these things are incredibly efficient at cooling you down. I may not be fully correct in this, but they literally do not even need air conditioning in the summer. It's just that effective. Look, they're probably all conditioned to the heat and aren't frail white boys like me, but still. Breaking! Idaho House passes bill to give Peter Pata Peter Pootu Poop 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 Pum Pum Pums the death penalty. Yeah, if you don't think they're going to use this to eventually target LGBTQ people, you are freaking stupid. Now, obviously, that is expressing concern because there are so many people out there who think that if you're not straight, you must like children only. Which I don't understand how any man in particular could be so shocked that a woman would also like the look of a woman. For one perfectly understandable reason. Chesticles. Anyway, in typical twisting the words of what someone said to create some sort of agenda online.
Oh, holy Schmidt, is this a confession? It's gotta be. She's relating the assumption that people are also LGBTQ. Never mind that most cases of this sort of thing are men towards little girls, so they are straight, but I will ignore that because that doesn't fit what I want.
Is this a confession? No, we just understand the transitive property. Also, you know, everyone else aside from this person clearly actually took history classes. Beta male. So, where do you want to go? Alpha male. You're going to have the best night of your life. I'll see you at 9 p.m. Wear that tight red dress.
Oh, so the beta male and alpha male are going on a date together? And the beta is wearing a red dress. Oh, it's cool. It's progressive. I like that.
Also, just do both? Where do you want to go?
I want to go to B.
B does seem nice, but I don't feel like it myself. How about A? It has some stuff from B that's just as good.
Wow, you've both included my thoughts on this and also taken charge.
Yes, it's amazing how you can check in on what your partner wants and needs are while still being an alpha bro at the same time.
When creator of Luke Cage replies, obviously, Luke Cage was created in the 1970s, but did y'all peek how the Marvel series depicted him having to fight more black people to save Harlem than white villains? Black people could never be evil. Everyone knows your skin color defines your personality traits forever. White people genetically are incapable of being good.
Hi, I literally made this. I was trying to keep black people gainfully employed. Just saying. It's such a valid reason, too. This is why deep down I wasn't too upset when 90% of the roles I'd get an audition for were
racist white guy.
Oh yeah, make the only white guy in your character roster to be the racist one. That's fun. It gives me work. Rhodesia was the last attempt at a rebirth of philosophy. An aristocratic, militaristic, pastoral peoples installed themselves on the local farming population outside the confines of the industrial global New World Order. Intelligent, cruel, astute, born to command, refined, courageous. For context, imagine Jeff Bezos taking his entire Amazon workforce in 1890 to a random area of Africa and saying,
"We own this place now."
Then about 30 years later in 1923, they decide to legislate it as
this is definitely our place now.
But then, 1950s happen. Britain is pulling out of all of Africa. Now all the locals want what is actually always meant to have been theirs. So in 1965, they all panic and say,
we don't belong to the British anymore. We're an independent nation. We have no reason to be kicked out. No.
And so with their intelligence, cruelty, astuteness, born to command, refinedness, and courageousness, they dissipated within 14 years and were taken over by Zimbabwe and Zambia. Which makes sense when one says in response to what is someone refusing to leave the premises after being evicted, I had a cat who lived longer than Bezos land. The first human received an implant from a Neuralink yesterday and is recovering well. Initial results show promising neuron spike detection. The same people who've spent years losing their minds over the conspiracy theory that the COVID vaccine contains a microchip idolize a guy who is literally implanting people with microchips. Wow, really? I didnn realize there was a Venn diagram like overlap of people who love Elon Musk and are anti vaccine. I thought that wouldn't correlate because he's all about smart technology stuff, and they wouldn't be. I'm sorry, I was trying to be fair in my assessment of them, but to sound like a British person trying to be as vulgar as an Australian, you can't. Hey, Twitter Books here. Tell us the last book that made you cry.
University Physics with Modern Physics, 14th edition by Hugh D. Young and Roger A. Friedman.
Hi, I'm Roger Friedman.
Oh God, he's back!
Yeah,
Oh no!
no doubt tears of joy.
Please stop!
I used this book to press my tofu tonight. It brought me joy. Oh, in pressing your tofu, you are applying a normal force, Chapter 4, and increasing the bulk stress on the tofu, Chapter 11. Well played.
Oh God, I've already read the book. I don't need to learn more.
Do you guys find it rude to receive cash as a birthday present?
Rude! I hope people are very, very rude to me.
In the 1950s, one of the journalists criticized Marilyn Monroe, saying that she's only beautiful because of her fancy dresses and clothes. Then she did this photo shoot wearing a potato sack as a response.
I'm sorry, but there's something funny about the top of the sack saying,
USA #1, Idaho!
I mean, in truth, she had a very dark life, and I feel very sorry for her, like what she experienced, but still, it's funny, okay?
When conservatives send their people onto the internet, they aren't sending their best. Republican victory in 2024 depends on their being able to do this. Going to people door to door, speaking with the locals of the black community, handing forms to one of their hang on, wait a minute. Let's just say, if you have to use AI to generate photos of the people you want votes from, you aren't doing great. Also, that guy on the right has 3 arms. Wow.
Touchdown! Taylor Swift lands in Baltimore ahead of AFC Championship. Jet belches tons of CO2 emissions.
Oh my gosh, she did it!
She got Fox News to care about carbon emissions.
This will forever be used as a reference and proof that the Fox News actually knows the dangers of carbon emissions.
Vin Diesel spotted shirtless on a yacht in Italy.
Look at him. I've seen this photo before and I still think it's gross because he's got a pudgy belly. I don't have that because I can't afford to eat anything.
And you are yachtless in a shirt. Don't act like he's the loser.
Oh, frick you, Target. I just want some goddamn shoes. Ew, all these rainbows. In this particular area of the store, what would take 3 seconds of me just walking past, I've now made an entire quarter of my day to deal with. Buddy, I can help you out.
You'll help me? I just want some goddamn shoes.
Yeah, well, you're looking in the shirt department, you fricking idiot. Right, yep.
Ever wanted to know what tells if a snake is venomous or harmless? Simply observe the anal plate. If you see a dual row of scales after the anal plate, it is harmless. If it is venomous, you'll see a single row of scales after the anal plate.
Bro, if I see a snake, I'm running. I'm not examining its butthole.
I'm using AI to fix broken, damaged people. Did it also clearly Photoshop their skin and give them a huge cleavage that isn't their natural body, or also give them a face that isn't actually naturally theirs? No, I fixed her. Wow, turning a woman who would never speak to Ian Miles Chong into also that. World of statistics. Couples in India are likely to spend 1/5 of their total lifetime earnings on their wedding. American spends half of their lifetime earnings on divorce. I'm more perplexed as to why they brought that up. It's like someone's just sharing some interesting information and you just have to try and make it a depressing and more, I guess, mellow tone. We went from wow, interesting to
This is depressing!
being shoved down our throats. Charlie D'Amelio just unfollowed Little Huddy. It's going down. #drama alert. You're a grown-ass man, Keemstar. People that walk around with a bottle of water always feel like they've made it in life. This is evidence that even if all you do is drink water and mind your business, people will still talk. Lauren is famous for her own accomplishments. Taylor Swift is famous because she's dating Travis Kelce. Oh, buddy, you think that's why? It's obvious which one is the better role model for young women. Famous because of her boyfriend. Famous because of her patriotism. Wow, this is toxic levels of stupid. Taylor Swift is famous for stadiums with fans. Lauren Boebert is famous for theaters with hand jobs. Lauren, see, no one would think that's a valid criticism of you if you weren't someone who would easily shame anyone who did that very thing. Ask Reddit. Suddenly, all of humanity loses the ability to lie. What happens?
We certainly will talk a lot less. I also feel like a lot of us would be strangely more comfortable and confident in public. No fear and anxiety from having to try and deceive or lie to people. Like everything's out in the open. Like you know the truth is going to be the truth no matter what. So you're kind of just there accepting what comes and what may be. For people who are just so openly blunt, it'll just be another Tuesday. I will be discussing the great benefits of Brexit from 8 o'clock this evening on State of the Nation on Good News. Brexit did save us from EU, staggering number of laws Britain has judged since... Wow, that's great, Jacob. What will you talk about from 8:01 though? Yeah, British people in the comments, sound off please. I'm curious what your experiences and knowledge is about this whole Brexit thing. How has it been for y'all? Has barely much changed? Has it only slightly changed for you? Or is it now a bloody nightmare to deal with? Also, can you hurry up and tell your government to enable dual passports for Australian citizens? I am literally of your kind. Let me go visit you without being a freaking foreigner. By being on the team that won the AFC Championship, Travis Kelce will receive a bonus check of around $70,000. For those wondering why Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce, are things beginning to make sense now? Bro, he can't be this literal. Yeah. A female billionaire is dating a guy for his $70,000 bonus check? Wow. Boss texted me, I appreciate you staying out of the drama in the office. I literally have no idea what she's talking about. Then you're doing a fantastic job at it. That $2K you worked hard for is better than $100K that's given to you for free.
Don't ever give anyone advice again.
Remembering a couple of years ago when I reminded my dad that I was queer and he asked me if I had a girlfriend. I said no, and he said,
oh, so you're just LGBT in theory. Part of me wonders if he just said that as a joke, not so much he actually believes that's a thing, because that's totally a dad sort of dig.
I came out when I was 18. I'm 21 now. My grandma asked if I had a girlfriend. I said no. This so-called Christian woman said, oh, you should have stayed in the closet. That's embarrassing. I mean, you're hella hot, sweetie. You could easily get a girl, but in the fact you haven't? Oof. Oof, dear. Oof. In nature, poisonous creatures will often develop bright colors to warn others of their toxicity. That's proof that women with dyed hair are toxic every single time. Yeah, so that's called aposematism, and its function is to warn off predators. Are you a predator? Because clearly it works. Like again, I thought men were the logical, scientific, they're the most reasonable of the genders, and yet, every single time, alpha male logic is never actually scientific, you know?
The NFL is clearly rigged. They won Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, so they made sure her boyfriend's team won. I haven't watched a minute all year, and I won't be watching the Super Bowl with the Democrats' little voting machine Heifer in attendance. She is a true problem for our country.
Do you have the same energy when Eminem is shown just as much at Lions games? Or is it only because she's a woman who's more successful than you could ever dream of being? It's freezing outside. Where the hell is global warming?
I ate today. Where the hell is world hunger?
Note to self, never travel with Sandra Bullock when she's driving a bus or in outer space or going down a river with two random kids. But did she or did she not get to where she needed to be? Aha! Some loss of life is fine as long as you get to the destination.
Mike Johnson.
The Lord told me very clearly to prepare to become Moses.
I'm sure this is just me, but I don't trust politicians who claim to be having one-on-one conversations with the Lord about their political machinations.
Democrats are so jealous. They don't have a Donald Trump. They would give anything to have him, but they don't. They're like a jealous girl that got tossed to the side. They're blinded by hate and jealousy and will do anything to stop him because they can't have him. Psycho.
Hey, you don't have to sign your tweets at the end. God damn. I was just gonna say, you could replace Donald Trump here with Hunter Biden, and I feel this would really fit Marjorie Taylor Greene's, just personal frustrations for him specifically. Just the multiple times she's sharing his nude pics and videos to everyone in the public space.
Twitter sure is something else.
X? If he can dead name his own child, I can dead name his stupid ass app. Schmidt's gonna be called Twitter until it's fully crashed.
I hate cancel culture. Imagine God canceling you because you did or said the wrong thing.
I mean, the very first Bible story is God canceling two people over an apple? What?
If Jesus was real, they wouldn't call it the crucifixion. They would call it the crucifact.
The Vatican City wants to know your location.
Why? I'm not a minor.
I've been alive 20 years and still haven't found the right thing to say when someone knocks on the door of the public bathroom you're in. Ah, I've been waiting for you. It's always a good one.
Nah, mate, practice your dominance. Say, come in.